I've been going bonkers on these niggas on these streets. My granny know it, so she worried about a nigga now. Linked up with Spike and started plotting on these niggas. Paranoid, the trappers know it, so they worry about a nigga now. Hey, I just put a 50 on the bottom of the Drake. I fought a case and beat the state. My lawyer did his thing. Hey, I became heartless in the trenches. Fuck these niggas, fuck these bitches. Roll my woods and I don't feel a thing. I really flipped 100 bows.
So even though you fall off that path, you know, you kind of get back on it. It's like your energy get kind of thrown off. You feel off balance, like.
Yes.
But when that balance come back into play is when I feel like you kind of give in to what your path is. Don't fall off of that. Try not to. The things on the outside it's like the pool over there look good, you know, the party over there look good, but it ain't on this path. So stay on that path.
Yeah.
I want to give you that little gem.
I'm gonna take that.
Forward. Yeah.
Gems at the Gemspott.
You know, that's how I do. I gotta lace you a little bit, little bit. So now I know you just signed. Who is what the management company you just signed with?
Yeah, shout out to G100, man.
Big up.
Yeah, for sure. Really dope situation, man. I can't speak too much on what we have going on. The ink still ain't dry, but it's most definitely on the paper. And you know, I love what he's doing for me over there. I'm gonna tell you this real quick about him, and when he hear this, you know, he gonna love me for it. But
for sure.
I was working on this project, the Waves project, before I signed my agreement. And I signed my agreement, and then he told me, okay, it's gonna take me, you know, a little time to get it through the system and get it going. I said, okay. So he told me it was gonna take me another 3 weeks to drop my project. And I didn't want to wait 3 weeks. I was ready to sign and drop the next day just off of the momentum that I had from signing. And I thought about it for a couple of days, and then I went and talked to him, and I told him, I was like, look, man, I want to drop. Man, that man looked me in my face. He said, you do what you want to do.
Okay.
He said, I got you, but you do what you want to do. And at that moment, I knew that he had my back on this music thing for real. And so now Wave's about to come out, so I appreciate that all.
Yeah, for sure. Sometimes, you know, they see the bigger picture.
Yes.
He was letting you take your reins, though.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
You got to find out for yourself, too. I'm pretty sure you'll learn how hard the ground is at times. But it's a learning process.
Yeah.
How has that process been for you as far as from where you've come from to that signing point?
Right. It's actually a lot different because I'm so used to just doing what I want to do when I want to do it. And I don't have to stop at this point, but it's different now because I do have to go through a chain of command.
Yes.
I do have to get approval, and at the end of the day, I have to understand that, okay, they do know best. They got my best interests. So my biggest thing now is just understanding that I have to listen more than I talk. And that's going to be all.
Something my grandmother always said, and I said this to a coworker, and they, you know, I even though I am a very sweet person, sometimes I can come off a little abrasive, but I don't feel like this is abrasive. I feel like this is a life lesson. It's something that I've always taken with me. You have 2 ears and 1 mouth. Why?
So you can listen more than you speak.
Twice as much as you talk. And a lot of times when you listen, people will tell you a whole story. You just have to listen and receive the message. So yeah, take your time. You know, you doing it. You got it. You got it. So I don't know if you want me to kind of tap into, but I do also know that you get off into like the arts as far as entertainment and movies and things like that. What is your outlook and your outtake, or where do you see yourself moving forward as far as that?
Fashion and film for sure.
Okay. And you are fashionable, folks. The man can dress.
I try to be. Look, I ain't been asleep in 2 days. I've been up for 2 days, but thank you. But y'all know, y'all know. But fashion, films. I just want to expand what I love to do in my head. I want the world to see what I see in my head, and I think the best way for me to paint that picture will be fashion and films outside of music. I'll always be tapped into music. I'll own labels and always be tapped in, but fashion and films.
Okay. How are the streets receiving you? How I know you listen, you flaming on Instagram. Flaming. Wow. So how do you feel the streets are receiving you?
So one thing that I love, and that's a really good question. I love that. I love to even be able to talk about this. So anytime I lived in so many places, in so little time, and the world can tell you that. When people see this interview, the comments gonna say, "Yeah, he done lived here, he done been here. I know that nigga." And so now I have learned how to find the heartbeat of every city I go to, so I can tap in with them. And I'm gonna give y'all some game. Don't go to a city, and this is just my opinion.
Free game.
Yeah.
Free game.
Don't go to a city, and not verbatim, but don't go to a city and sell your albums on a street corner no more. Like, that's not. Don't work from the ground up.
Okay.
Go to the heads and let it trickle down. You'll get way further that way, so much faster. But it's gonna cost you to do it. But you're gonna spend money still trying to pump them out the trunk too. You know what I mean? Buying the CD, buying the merch, spend the money. Work your way from the top down.
It seems as though that may be a little hard to do, though.
Your reputation will speak for itself, though.
Okay, it's supposed to.
And so look, that's why I say.
This is very true.
Yeah, so like you said, my Instagram, right? Boom.
I've been going bonkers on these niggas on these streets. My granny know it, so she worried about a nigga now. Linked up with Spike and started plotting on these niggas. Paranoid, the trappers know it, so they worry about a nigga now. Hey, I just put a 50 on the bottom of the Drake. I fought a case and beat the state. My lawyer did his thing. Hey, I became heartless in the trenches. Fuck these niggas, fuck these bitches. Roll my woods and I don't feel a thing. I really flipped 100 bows.